What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our video. Today, we're going to be saying how old is every character in Marvel Rivals. Now, I do have a couple rules. Well, first, we've got ageless, we've got 1 to 19, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 60, and 80 to 100. You might be wondering why there's no 60 to 70, and it's because literally no one in Marvel Rivals is in between 60 and 70. No one. No one's in their 60s and no one's in their 70s. Alright, the couple rules are these will be their Marvel Rivals. If not Marvel Rivals, then either the 616 comic timeline or the MCU. MCU takes priority for anyone who's in it, and 616 is for anyone who's only in the comics, which, if you don't know, 616 timeline is the most drawn upon universe. The 616 universe is the most in the comics. Is like the one that's talked about the most. All right, alphabetical order. Let's go. We got Adam Warlock, which surprisingly is the oldest character in Marvel Rivals. He is well over 7 million years old in Marvel Rivals. Like, the one that we have is over 7 million years old. In the MCU, he's depicted to be, well, like a child. Also, for this one, we're not saying this one. 616 takes priority because in the game it's technically classified that she's 16 or 18, but she's not. We're just gonna put her there because she's in all her depictions she's 15 or 16. All right, Angela is interesting because this isn't a real character. Like, so she doesn't have a canonical age, but she is the oldest daughter of Odin, which means that she is older than Thor and older than Hela, Hela being 1500 years old. So she is older than Hela, but we don't know how much older. BP, the first normal human being in his 40s. Now we have an interesting one with Black Widow being given some kind of super soldier serum to live longer. She looks young. She's actually in her 90s. Blade, being half vampire, ages half as quickly. He's 95. Bruce Banner is 50. Surprisingly old. Thought he would be younger. Captain America, 150. Cloak and Dagger is 16, and Cloak is 18. Before you say anything, they met when Dagger was 14 and Cloak was 16. No pedos in here. Daredevil in Marvel Rivals is in his 30s. Doctor Strange is in his mid-40s. Emma Frost is in her 30s. Gambit is in his mid-20s. Hawkeye is in his Hawk. Oh wait, Groot. Groot is ageless. That's why this Taylor is here, ageless for Groot. Hawkeye is Hawkeye is in his 30s. Hela is 5,000. Human Torch is in his mid-20s. Invisible Woman is in her 20s to 30s. Sorry, I'm just gonna put her... I'm gonna put her in 30s. Because of what we'll see on this guy later. Iron Fist is in his early 20s. He was a teenager when he became the Iron Fist. Iron Man is the only MCU character that is in his actual. He's in his 20s. We've got Jeff the Land Shark. He's 2. He's 2 years old. Jeff is 2. You're dying to a 2-year-old with a big mouth. Also, he is 2 and he's the size of a golden retriever. Wait till he's 20. And he's the size of a megalodon. Loki just barely getting into the 1,000 plus club at 1,050. 1,050 to 1,070. Luna Snow, canonical age being 22. Magneto. Oh, wait, Magic. Magic's like a teenager. Magic's in her 20s. I just missed her on my notes. Magneto is in his 90s. Mantis, surprisingly, is thousands of years old. It didn't give me a canonical age for her. When I looked, I couldn't find a canonical age for her outside of the MCU where it says she's in her 20s to 30s. But every other source said that she is thousands of years old. So, 1,000 plus club. Now, we get to an interesting thing of Mr. Fantastic. He's in his 40s to 50s. Invisible Woman is 10 to 20 years younger than this man's. Moon Knight is 20s to 30s. This is going to be our biggest club. Namor, the absolute, holy crap, bro, you are 100 years older than her. Stay away. He's 120. Phoenix, the Phoenix Force, is billions of years old. But Phoenix, the character, is in her 30s. Psylocke is in her 20s to 30s. Rocket is technically ageless. He's created in a lab, which makes him ageless. But for my mental capabilities, I found so many different ages for the guy. He is 40s to 50s, 20s to 30s, 30s to 40s. He is from 20 to 50, but he doesn't change how he looks ever. That's ageless. Rogue is in her late 20s. Scarlet Witch is in her 20s. Spider-Man in the MCU is now 20s, and 20s everywhere else as well. So she's not a teenager anymore, for anyone who was wondering why I chose the 20s version. Squirrel Girl started at 14, but now is 20. When she was first introduced, she was 14. Star-Lord is 30s. Storm is 20s to 30s. Punisher is 30s. Thing is 30s. Thor is 1500. Ultron is ageless. Venom, the symbiote, is like a century old. Because that's how long, like, symbiotes are supposed to be. Venom is over a century old. Eddie is like 30 to 40. But since this is. He's in here, but he's also in here. I'm put him in here because Venom is like the whole being at this point. So yeah. Winter Soldier is 100 as well. And Wolverine is like 200 to 300, being our oldest in this category. That is how old every single character in Marvel Rivals is. Yeah. Ageless. Groot's ageless. Rocket's ageless because I explained, and Ultron is a robot. So, for all... Yes, Dagger is canonically still 16 for all those who are like, oh, Penny's too young. No, Dagger's also too young. She has a TV show on Disney+. She is younger than 18 years old. So for all the Daggers, for all the ones doing it to Dagger, Dagger 16. Thank you guys for watching. CJ, signing off. Bye.